Hey, Mama Cat, how are you? Can you hear me? Hey, Mama Cat, can you hear me? Can you hear me? My puppy is cute. How are you? He's doing awesome. I don't know if you can hear me. Yep, you can hear me. Awesome, awesome. You want to see him? Come here, Ollie. Come here. Come here. Come here. No? There's Ollie, everyone. Or Mama Cat. You're the only one in here. Isn't he cute? He's a good old lap dog. I know. I love that he has a lot of brown around his eyes and spots around his white coat. It's really beautiful. You like that face? Yeah, he's cute, isn't he? Show the camera. Don't want to choke you to death, but I want you to show your I want to show the people your face. He is sweet for the most part. He's a puppy, so he still chews everything. I can buy him I did buy him like 10 toys, and he's not chewed any of them. So he's still chewing on my bed frame and whatnot. But he's cute. Doesn't matter how high I go in my wheelchair, he still wants to find a way to get lower. Yeah, she chews everything. Your dog chews everything too? Yeah, so I have to, there's a mattress that I bought to, oh, you're cute, aren't you? Okay, not in the mouth, please. Ugh. Not in the mouth, please. I love the smell of dog. I don't know, it's a weird smell, but I like it. Not his breath, though. His breath stinks bad. I like the smell of his head. Huh. Don't lick my lips. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Kisses are the best until they enter your mouth. Then it's gross. Oh, you like that, don't you? You like that, don't you? Oh, you're loving this, aren't you? Yeah, my dog is a Corgi Chihuahua Dachshund mix. A friend of mine teased the dog, said the parents got around. Yeah, he is what did I say? Yeah, Chihuahua Corgi Dachshund mix. Oh, really? Yeah. He has a lot of brown spots on the other side of him, but on this side is a beautiful white dog. Yes, you are. You're a beautiful white dog, aren't you? Hairy as all get out. Gross. Yeah, just got home a little bit ago. Someone took me out to breakfast, treating me to a steak and eggs for my birthday today. Steak and eggs is good meal, good food. Oh yeah, I love getting treated to breakfast. It was really special. We got 6 of us watching, and only you talking, Mama. Hi. Hi. I love you. They're so quiet. Well, this guy can be noisy if he wants to be. Like this morning, he barked at me and wouldn't stop, so I barked back. I barked back at him, and then then he decided to. As soon as I barked back, he was shocked that a human being barked back at him. So then he stopped. I know there's 6 of us watching. 6 of you watching, which means 5 of you are not participating. Participate. Say hello. Say happy birthday to me. I'm not going to bite your head off. I only have a few of you blocked, I'm sure. Nope, they're pretty adamant, Mama Cat. They don't want to say hello, or they can't. I doubt only lurkers are watching. Oh, we have a 7th person in here. It is your birthday. Well, thank you. Yes, it is my birthday today. 48 years old. I'm old. Although everybody else would say, you're just a child. That's what I get a lot. You're just a child. Yeah, see, he's a perfect lap dog. He just relaxes for the most part. Chicken Shades, hello. Happy birthday. Thank you. I almost told you happy birthday. Thank you, Chicken Shades. Thank you for participating and saying hello. Yep, I'm 48 years old, believe it or not. 60 years old? Oh, you're still in your prime. You've got a good 40 years ahead of you. You hope you want to meet your maker before 40 years, huh? I guess I hear you, Mama Cat. I'm only 48 and I want at least another 50 years before I'm done. That's my goal anyway. have some of yours. I agree with Mama Cat. Our world is going crazy. I'll tell you what, if it gets any worse, I'm almost with you. I'd rather go meet my maker before it gets worse. That's all. I mean, I love life. I want to love life and I want to enjoy life. But I always say that if God wants me today, he can have me today. That's what I say. Well, I'm glad you came in to say hello, Mama Cat. Means a lot. Can you ask a personal to me or Mama Cat? I mean to Chick-fil-A or Chick. Why would I want to call you Chick-fil-A? Sorry, Chicken Shades. If you want to ask me a personal question, I reserve the right to answer it, but I probably will. Are you done? Are you being bored? I love you. Mm-hmm. Well, that's an easy question. Yeah, ever since I could sit. When I started to sit, then they fitted me for a wheelchair way back in the day. And I'm so old that the technology was nothing. So it was a really old hospital bed. I mean, a really old hospital chair. But yeah, ever since I could sit, I was in a wheelchair. Oh my gosh, Arlie, you just farted. Gross. Why did you fart? Because I can, right? Because you can. Ugh, you stink too. Why did you fart? Why did you fart? It's supposed to be manly and not fart. Ugh. Why are you farting on me? Why are you farting on me? When did you get into your car accident, Mama Cat, if you don't mind me asking? Well, they say it's definitely harder for someone who suddenly is in a wheelchair versus someone who was born disabled. So I definitely understand that the trauma of suddenly having to relive life in a wheelchair when you used to walk. That could be hard. I could imagine. I don't know 100% as that truth, but I definitely can semi understand that, even though I've never been in a situation like that. But it seems like I've always seen you chit chat in streams and you interact with people really well. And I really think that's really cool of you. So you're handling it as best as you can, right? Are you done? I think my dog is bored. Bored of my lap. There are no let me run into Walmart or etc. Yeah. Do you drive, Mama Cat? Right. That's an awesome way to look at life, Mama Cat. It's definitely worth it. Again, I understand that you struggled with it when it first happened, but praying, and if you're a believer in God and praying every day to try to find something that makes your life worth it is definitely a positive, and I really agree that that's important. Stranger abuse. I didn't even see you come in. Let me see what you said. I only wish everyone was genuine and gracious like yourself and unconditional to like your lovely dog. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Stranger Abuse. Unique name that you have there. I like that. It's kind of fun. But thank you very much for those kind words. I try to be as positive as I can. About 2 weeks ago, I decided that I didn't need the drama anymore when it comes to my channel. Now, do I still participate in drama? Of course I do. But I do it on other people's channels. So when they do a video, or if they're firing up a live on their own channel, of course I'm going to be involved because why wouldn't I? I just chosen to not do it for my channel anymore. I decided to make Saturdays just my hangout day. And if 2 people show up and start chatting with me, then that's all that matters to me. And I'm excited about that. So, yeah, we definitely like a little drama, Mama Cat. I definitely agree. I was not around for many months before the big C word, but I can imagine before this big C word, all we were doing is throwing tomatoes at each other, right? We hating on each other's streams, hating on each other's idea of what a live should look like. And now it's gotten a lot worse. Well, that's because we got trapped at home with nothing else to do. So, yeah, I agree with that. I used to have sexy red hair. Now it's all turning white, which I like. Lava's Ink. Oh, my goodness. Hi, girl. How are you? Well. Look at our sexy Lava in red. I thought you were talking about my red hair. And see, I'm not even thinking about my clothes, Lava. That's how absent-minded I'm being right now. Yeah. Good old Red. I went out to breakfast this morning. Love is Ink. Someone decided to treat me to a birthday breakfast this morning, my favorite breakfast, which was, what did I want? Oh, steak and eggs. I love steak and eggs. Steak and eggs are my favorite. I should probably get this thing working just in case somebody wants to come up and say hello to me. Because right now you can't, because I don't have speakers through my computer. Because my dog decided to chew through one of the monitors that had a speaker. Now I don't have speakers in my monitors. So I have to set this up. So what are your plans, Lovas Inc.? Let me make sure I can hear. Nope, I can't hear. Hold on. See, I'm not a rare type guy. I'll take it just above rare, like medium rare. I like medium rare. I got to have a little bit of meat in my steak instead of just blood. That's just me. Haha, of course that puppy did. Oh yeah, I love my puppy. Mama's or Lover's Inc. He was up in my lap a little bit ago until he got bored and said, "I want down, Dad." So he got down. Me too, Mallory. People think it's weird. Oh, I love it. I'm cleaning up my work area today. Yeah, well, you're a busy bee, man. You're working, making jewelry for people. That's pretty amazing. I love that. My hubby loves it. Well done. Ew. Well, yeah. See, I like well done. Oh, well, no. You're right, Mama Cat. I don't like it well done. And the place that I went in my little town that I live in doesn't have the best steak. So it ended up being like leather. But it's kind of a tradition with the person that takes me to the church fella that takes me to breakfast every birthday. He knows I love steak and eggs, and the only option is a place called Johnson's Corner, and their steaks aren't all that good, but still, but a little bit. It's a little step up higher than shoe leather. So yeah, there's that. But you're right. I would never want my steak to be well done. That's for sure. Well done is a waste of a good steak. I agree. I don't understand why people want it well done. I said medium, and I think I overcooked it there. I should have said medium rare, but I didn't today. Lava Zink's jewelry is amazing. Have you been to her site, Mama Cat? I don't think I still fixed this. Let me see if I can't get my headset, just in case somebody wants to come up and say hello. I don't believe that. Oh, I have to. Yeah, I'm with you there, Lovers Inc., but I just can't afford it right now to buy my own steak all the time. But when I can afford it, I like to try to figure out how to cook it on my own. I'm getting really good at hamburgers, which is dumb, but still, I love hamburgers with a little red in them. So that makes me happy. Let's see, where are we at here? I'm still trying to get this thing connected. Make sure your device is turned on and discoverable. Well, I'm trying. You're not letting me do it very easily. Okay, so I hear myself, which means I have to mute my YouTube. But at least it lets me know that sound is working if somebody wanted to come up and say hello. Your beads are all packed up? Yeah, your aesthetic is really beautiful, really pretty. A good friend of mine who died in a fire, she would love your style of jewelry making, but she's no longer with us. But she loved your type of jewelry, lovers. She absolutely loved it. I was hoping Chasing Truth would see me on, maybe, but she's crazy busy, probably. Because she's another person I'd love to be able to have her say hello. That she is, Mama Cat, that she is. Well, thank you, Lovers Link. I really appreciate that. And there's Stranger Abuse talking again. I love it. Well, that's awesome, Stranger. Yeah, Lovers Inc. is really amazing people. So if you've got to be obsessed with someone, you might as well with Lovers Inc. Or not obsessed. You're not obsessed. Excuse me. Royalty. Put on your crown, Lovers Inc. You're royalty now. Well, thank you, Lovers Inc. And I know you can't stay, but if you happen to roam the streets of YouTube, let people know I'm here and alive, and anyone's welcome to come say hello and happy birthday to me if they want. I love Chasing. Yeah, Chasing's a wonderful human being also. She's having to deal with her uncle situation today. I don't know much about that. I missed her last live, so I don't know if she spoke about that. She must have, if that's what you're referring to. I don't remember. Your main girl. Hi, how are you, sweetheart? Thank you for coming in, saying hello. Your main girl. Thank you so much. Oh, we have somebody. I think it's Love Us, so we'll trade. Don't porn me now. Okay, no porning.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, lover. How are you?
Hello, sassy lover.
Wow. Now I'm honored. You're on my panel of 5 people watching.
Listen. I saw you on, and I was like, I've got to go in there. I have got to go in and see my little sassy, sexy lover all up having that stream.
That's right.
Side chat. Hello. No, here's what I'm doing. I'm in the middle of really organizing and cleaning up my whole little work area, my little work studio, because it quickly just becomes a mess. There's so many little moving parts and little itty bitty pieces and all kinds. It just gets away from me. So that's what I'm in the middle of doing. And that's what I've got to get back to. But I did want to come up and I wanted to show some love to you. And
well, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you out loud and personally on your own stream for being so supportive in my streams and all that good stuff. And by the way,
amazing.
You've got some beautiful skin. Did you know how beautiful your skin is?
For 40, I'm 48 years old. I'm starting to get spots.
God, your skin is gorgeous.
Is it? I guess. I'm starting to get spots right here, but that's all right.
Well, listen, there's no need to point out any flaws because I'm not seeing them.
Well, there you go. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just enjoying my birthday today. You know, I want to be in your next.
Your birthday today? Is that why you went out for your steak and eggs?
Yep.
Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for real.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I did. I didn't make a huge deal out of it. I do have a thing on the bottom that says no gifts wanted or needed. Just come in and say happy birthday to me. So,
man. Well,
if I happen to be in your notes because someone thinks I'm greedy, I can't wait.
Well, that's awesome. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for coming up.
And your main girl, hello, Lava, Mama Cat. Hello, Tara Bear. Hello, Lava. She said, Tara Bear says happy birthday with some fun emojis.
Oh,
stranger abuse. Lava, everyone else. So I'm going to step down. I'm going to get back to my workstation and all that stuff. I'll be listening from afar. And I will see you on the flip side.
Sounds awesome. Thank you for coming up and saying happy birthday to me. It means a lot.
Thank you for having me. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, friend. Bye-bye. Tara Bear, thank you very much. Your main girl, thank you so much. Thank you. I guess I can do this. So let's see. I gotta edit that. Oh, that's a strong lettering there. That's all right. Okay, so wait a minute. What am I missing? Lovers Inc., royalty to me. Signed your guest book. Thank you, Lovers Inc. Main girl, you're awesome for being in here, saying hello to me for a few minutes. Stranger abuse. Hey, your main girl. Mama Cat. Lovers Inc. Yes, he isn't doing well. Who isn't doing well, Mama Cat? My brain is not all the way there if I don't remember you saying something. I think they are having to decide about DNR. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know who you're speaking of right now, but I'm sorry about that. It's your birthday. Yep, your main girl. It is my birthday. I'm excited about that. I'm not crazy, psycho, wackadoodle, nut job stalker. No, you're not. I'm sure you're just a nice person enjoying the YouTube streets, stranger abuse. Stalker, well, Diane is a piece of work. She has the devil working hard in her. She absolutely has the devil working hard in her body. If anyone needs an exorcist, if someone ever believes in that, she definitely needs one for sure. So, because you definitely don't deserve to be told what you were just said. Mama Cat, I'm 48 years old, so I guess I'm a youngster too, compared to some of you guys. I do have nice skin, don't I? I guess. Let's see. Someone taught me that I just need to skim through these quick. Tara Bear, thank you. Instead of being way behind. Take care, Lovers Inc. Hello, Tara Bella. Hi, chat. Sorry, I normally stay quiet, but I wanted to wish. Oh, thank you, Tara Bear. You are amazing for speaking out and saying happy birthday to me instead of staying quiet. That means a lot to me. Really appreciate you. I really appreciate, and I hope to be able to now recognize your name if you happen to speak in other channels. Two places that I think you can feel comfortable in, if you haven't already felt comfortable in them, for sure, is Lovers Inc. and Chasing Truth. If you ever want to feel like you can talk openly, I believe that those two channels are, you can speak openly and not get your head bitten off. I think that's really amazing and powerful of both of those channel ladies to be able to do that. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's day is a blessing of a note. Yes, I hope so, too. Let's see. I was talking about Chasing's uncle. Oh, shoot. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, she probably won't be on the YouTube streets today then. That's okay. She'll see this live stream because she does watch a few minutes of my stuff. Even if it's a slow start, she still watches a few minutes. So she'll wish me a happy birthday then, which I'm excited to do. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming in. I'm not going anywhere, but if you feel free to not have to stay. I'm just enjoying people coming in saying happy birthday to me. That's the biggest heartwarming thing someone can do. Stress Mess, thank you very much. Nice to see you saying happy birthday to me. And I love your little avatar picture. That's very cool. Happy birthday, Mr. Positive. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It truly does. Means a lot. There are still 5 of you watching, but you know the plus side. Oh, somebody's coming in. Mama Cat. All right. Don't porn me now.
Look, ain't nobody ready for that kind of porn.
Well, hi, Mama Cat. Thank you for coming up. I'm honored.
I just want to call and tell you happy birthday in person. Like, well, that's so amazing.
I thought, I'm unique. What the hell? I'm going to celebrate my own birthday on my own panel. What the hell?
Why not? Why not?
Exactly. That's what I think. Usually I'm a quiet, reserved kind of guy.
I always seem to miss your lives. So I was so excited to see that you went live and I was actually, getting to catch it and happened to be your birthday. That makes it even better.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it really means a lot. Really, truly. That you came up and said happy birthday. Anyone's welcome. Brian St. John, if you want to come and harass me, you can.
Hey, Brian.
Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian, my buddy. No, I just, like I was telling earlier, Geo Gumdrop, thank you very much for saying happy birthday to me. I feel very honored and very blessed that you did that. So yeah, I did. I think I already told some of you. I woke up and someone treated me, or a church member of mine. Well, an old church, he no longer goes to my church. But anyway, long story short, we have a standing tradition. Every birthday, that's my birthday, he treats me to steak and eggs.
That's the best.
Yeah, I love it. Not the best steak. We don't have the best steak place in the mornings. All the steaks are evening. Those open up a wider variety of restaurants. But for morning, it's all right. I mean, we've been to a trucker place. It's called Johnson's Corner. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun.
Well, truck stops usually have the best food. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know why their steaks isn't all that good, but their eggs were good. They know how to. I mean, I love my sunny side up eggs. They're really good. Thank you, Brian. Oh, nope, no one's on panel yet. Whoop whoop, Brian. Geodrum plays. Thank you. So someone kept telling me that I'm way too slow in catching up like this. So that they said just breeze through them, say something quick, and move on. I'm learning how to be a good panel person. So.
Brian said he would, but he's at work. So
yeah, I figured that man works 7 days a week to provide for his family. I love that. That's amazing. And I figured, heck, if you want to do it, if you can do it, great, do it.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with a good working man,
No, not at all. And he treats his family well. They go out to dinner, I'm sure, at least once a week. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you do, Brian. I don't know. But yeah, that's really cool. How does it feel to be 26? If only I was 26, Brian. Double that, and that's what I'm at. Almost. No, what am I at? 48 years old, sir. I'm old, sir. Bleach, I'm just greedy. You're not
I'm
greedy.
telling you, you're just a youngin'.
I know. A lot of the people I end up hanging out with are in their early or late 50s, early 60s, which is cool. I love that. That's really cool. So what are your plans for today?
Well, nothing real exciting. I need to go separate chickens.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I have about 100 chickens, more or less.
Oh, wow.
And they're show chickens. So I breed them and sell them for people to raise and take them to show.
Now, see, I've never heard of show chickens before. So, okay, what makes a show chicken versus a regular chicken?
Well, just like, if you go to a dog show, they have certain standards to meet. It's the same with chickens. They're like, there's certain things like I have like what's called a silky, and they're big fluff balls. All their feathers are down feathers, so they're like little fluff balls. But they are unusual from other chickens because they have 5 toes instead of 3.
Wow.
So 3 or 4, the back when there's 3 in front and 1 in the back. But on a silky, they have to have 5 or they are disqualified.
Oh, wow.
So how they hold their wings, what their comb, the comb thing on the top of their head, their wattles, they have to look a certain way. They have to be certain colors for certain breeds. And
wow,
there's a lot.
Wow. So forgive me for not knowing. So do you have a specific, there's no such thing as a junk chicken, right?
Yes, it's politely called a barnyard mix, which are some of the most beautiful chickens out there. Those mixes,
yeah,
it's kind of like a beautiful mutt,
Okay,
but you can't recreate it. That's the problem.
Right, but so there's a particular breed of chicken that you get that you can only breed with a certain other type of chicken, so it doesn't become a barnyard type chicken.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, yeah, I just bought this spring, like in February, I got 25 new laying hens, and their only job is to live a happy chicken life and lay eggs for me. So that's I will awesome. Never breed them.
No, okay. So you will use their eggs to eat then?
Yes, to eat. Oh, okay. And I give so many eggs away because eggs, especially right now, because there's like a chicken shortage and all kinds of stuff going on that we're going into. But I provide eggs to all my family and the neighbors, and I take some to like the food banks, and some food banks will accept farm raised chicken eggs. Some don't because they're not pasteurized.
Right.
But sometimes I put just a sign in the yard, if someone wants eggs, they can just come and holler at me. I usually always have, 4 or 5 dozen in the refrigerator. So.
Wow, that's awesome. So that's really cool. Let's see, what other questions can I ask? So, do you make a good living doing that, or is it just a sidekick, or what do you do with that?
Well, right now it's kind of a side thing, but I'm hoping eventually that that's all I can do.
That's an amazing dream.
Yeah, like I have a hen and a rooster that are silkies, and they're probably worth $150, $200 a piece because their lineage comes from the Grand Champion of Texas.
Wow.
So, yeah. So if I were to raise them, like right now I have 11 silky babies. If I would raise them till they're about 8 months old, I probably could get between $100 and $200 per chicken.
Wow. And so that's a lot. Because how often can a chicken lay an egg? Like once?
Every day.
Oh, they can lay in it. So this could be lucrative for you.
Yeah. And they're all organic eggs. So if I wanted to sell my eggs, I could easily get $5 a dozen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
store and I only buy the brown eggs too. Don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know the science behind it, but I'd rather eat the brown eggs other than the white ones. So.
But if you ever had a farm fresh egg, you may never buy a store-bought egg again because they taste so different. Yeah, you know how when you open an egg from the store, the yolk is yellow?
Yeah.
My eggs, when I open them, their yolk is orange.
Really?
And that's because they are on the ground, pecking and scratching and eating all the nutrients. It just shows how much nutrients that chicken is ingesting. So the oranger the yolk, the more nutritious or more healthy the chicken is.
The more nutritious the food is. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The doctor I follow, he recommends I eat like 7 eggs a day. I can't. Obviously, that's a lot of eggs to eat. But he said I eat like 3 a day. But he said eggs are amazing for you when you eat them. And I'm like, that's awesome. He said soft-boiled eggs, making sure the white is all the way cooked. Then you're eating a really good eating. Thank you, Brian, for coming in saying happy birthday to me, bud. Have a great rest of your day, sir.
Bye, Brian.
Well, that's really cool. I didn't know that about you. Now I know, and now I got to take notes so I can remember. That's really awesome. So, so you're hoping to make it full time.
That I have, the little chicken on my picture, that's actually a special chicken. He's the breed is called a Seramas, and they're the world's smallest chicken, and they're about the height of a Coke can.
Wow. Okay. See, uneducated, I would have thought that was a rooster.
It is. Well, they're all chickens, and of course, then you have hens and you have roosters. But yeah, that is actually a rooster. My little man.
But a rooster that's just the size of a Coke can, that's pretty small.
Yeah. Well, but he has an attitude the size of Texas, let me share.
Yeah, I bet. And Brian said earlier that they run fast. So if you need to catch them, good luck.
Well, the little Seramas, the little chicken like him, they can actually fly like birds, and they fly up in the tree. And I'm like, get down, get down out of that tree.
Wow. But do they try to stay in the neighborhood, or will they leave?
Well, I live in the country, and so as long as they stay on my land, I'm happy. I have the big, great, the White Pyrenees, that he's my guardian dog.
Oh, okay.
And he makes sure that nothing gets my chickens. And since I've had him, I've not lost not one chicken.
That's awesome.
So,
That's very cool.
Yeah, now we have the little girl. Remember, I told you we got our puppies about the same time, but she just turned 3 months old last week, and she's 45 pounds. So I think she's going to outgrow him.
Wow. Okay. That's really cool. So 150 a chicken, and you can essentially get a chicken a day.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. Everybody's being so quiet inside chat. They need to chat.
I know it. Chat. There's 8 of us in here, only 3 of us talking. Well, Brian laughed, so he's probably still registered as in here, even if he's not. But your main girl, you out there still?
She dropped a little rooster picture, and that's funny.
That's really cool. I really appreciate you coming up and saying hi.
Terror Bear is there.
I think it's awesome. My sister has laying hens too. Just got them now getting fresh eggs too. Cool.
Oh, that's cool. It's really exciting when you first start getting chickens and they start laying. They're like, it's so exciting. And I'm kind of silly, but I still get excited. Like when my new hens start laying, they'll start laying between June and July. I get so excited, you know.
It's like you're a mom. You're not every time a chicken comes up. That's really cool.
Well,
I love that.
Almost every chicken I have on my land, I have raised from 1 day old chicks.
Really?
So it's personal.
Let's see. Terra Bear didn't realize that there was. Yeah, I didn't know either. Terra Bear.
Yeah,
I guess there's a show for everything, including chickens.
Well, and it's so cool because I have a grandson that's 8, and I want him to start showing my silkies because he could earn all the money for college from showing chickens.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's good experience, gives him something to do, and he plays all the sports as well.
That is really cool. I love that, Mama Cat. Excuse me, I have heartburn.
From all that good food you had.
I know that steak is not working well after the fact. That's all right though.
But there's a lot. I mean, there's people. They think you have to have a rooster for chickens to lay eggs, and that's not true. Chickens will lay an egg regardless if there's a rooster present or not.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. That's probably one of the most common questions I get.
Well, how do they magically conceive then?
Well, they're not fertilized. They're not fertilized, but they will lay eggs. So you can't have babies without a rooster, but you always will have eggs without a rooster.
Oh, so you can eat a regular egg. Okay.
Yeah.
Will it have the yolk in it and everything? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh,
and when chickens are hatched as, 1 day old chicks, if they're hens, they have all the eggs inside them that they'll ever lay.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's really cool.
But what will make a chicken not lay is if they don't get enough light. They have to have at least 10 to 12 hours of light a day to be able to produce an egg the next day.
Okay.
Interesting. Huh?
Yeah, it is really cool. No, I love it. I was very shocked to understand that you can make money selling egg. I mean, not just selling chickens, but selling show chickens. That flew me. I was like, what? That's really cool.
Yeah. And there's all breeds, like all kinds of different. Yeah, they have a breed which I have some. They're called Brahmas. They're considered the gentle giant of the chicken world. They're a very large chicken, and but the roosters are so sweet, and the hens just love to be held, and but they're gigantic. So it's real, like for me, it's hard for me to pick one up because my girls are probably about 14 pounds. They're big girls.
Wow. Now you said you had to separate them. Is that because they get promiscuous, or
well,
what's the separation thing about?
I have some people that want a particular kind of egg and they're going to hatch their own. So I need to separate them from my other roosters. So I will put they're called, they're Morans. That's the breed, but I have black copper Morans. I have black Morans. I have splash Morans, and I have blue Morans. And then I have a blue Moran rooster. And the reason that's important is the blue Moran rooster can throw all the different colors. So really? I will put him in there to breed with all of them. And then this lady that wants to buy like 4 dozen fertilized eggs, then she will, she'll put them in the incubator, and it's kind of like a surprise. She won't know what she gets until they hatch.
But it won't be a barnyard chicken. It'll be actually whatever. That's awesome.
No, they will be in the Moran family.
That's really cool. So, now you can sell each of those eggs for $100?
No, I sell them like for a dozen fertilized eggs. I sell them for like $45.
Nice.
Because I make sure that they're a purebred chicken.
That's really cool.
So,
I love this information.
Yeah, there's a solid black rooster. I mean, a solid black chicken that is called Iron Samani, and it is over from Asia, and they are solid black inside and out. And those 1 day old chicks go for over $100 a piece.
Wow, a solid black chick. I would love. I'm gonna have to research this now because I'm curious.
And some people think that because they're black, all their innards are black, their meat is black,
no,
and they're just
their fur.
Yeah, the comb is black. You know how normally it's red. Theirs is black. The inside their mouth is, I mean, everything is literally black except their eggs. Their eggs are a cream color.
Wow.
So,
but when they hatch, you got a new black chick, right?
Huh?
But when they hatch, it's a new black egg or a new black chicken.
A new black chicken. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I sold mine. Because for me, it wasn't worth it. They only lay about 80 eggs a year, which is nothing. Like I have chickens that lay like 320 eggs a year. So 80 eggs it's not worth the food bill. So I sold them because it just wasn't worth it to me.
Right, because you want to be able to make money, right? And if they only lay, would you say 80 in a lifetime? Or
in a year.
A year, you're right. That's not sustainable unless you have a gazillion of the black ones. But
yeah,
it's really cool.
And we just recently, for my husband's birthday, I got him, trying to get him away from wanting a peacock because peacocks are nightmares. They are so loud. Like my neighbors that are like 5 acres away would hate me because they are so loud. And so I ended up buying him some baby chicks, and they're called Silver Phoenix. Yeah. And what's unique about them, they're a show bird as well. They have their tail on the rooster can get as long as 20 foot long.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got him a hen and a rooster so he could make his own babies.
Well, that's so cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, but I thought maybe that will occupy him so he doesn't want a peacock.
Right. Well, yeah, like you said, the peacocks are loud. Have you been in Lovers Inc.'s streams a couple times?
Oh, yes. I love her roosters.
Yeah, her rooster is very loud.
Yeah.
But the peacock is probably louder.
If I took you outside with me right now, you would be like, what the heck? Because I have several roosters. And those little bitty ones, they like to crow all the time. That's something people think, oh, roosters only crow
just
in the morning. No, they crow all the time.
Yeah, see, I would go nuts. I have a noise sensory thing. If I have enough noise, I need to get away from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sadly enough, that's even true for some live streams. Like I can do 10 minutes of your voice and then I have to leave. Otherwise, I'm going to pull my hair out.
Yes. I'm kind of that way too, believe it or not, with some of these live. I don't want to be on a live stream that they're screaming at me.
Right. Exactly. Right. I mean, I've never understood this. Come up and debate. If you're going to debate, you're going to debate one-on-one. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I always tell people is that I'm not going to have 10 people coming at one individual just because that one individual has a different opinion than the other 8. Yes. So yeah, I'm with you there. No, it's not fair at all. Not fair at all. And I'm not popular enough to pull in 100 people in my chat yet, but that's just because I haven't gone live. I just haven't gone live a lot because most of the time when I go live, I get 2 people in an hour. So it's like I got to shut down. So I gotta somehow stay active, even if no one shows up. So I have to come up with something to talk about, to share, even if I'm talking to myself. So I'm learning a lot, right? I mean, I thought about doing today. There was a book that I wanted to read that I never got to, or it was supposed to be last Saturday, but I just was overexhausted. But anyway, the long story short of it is I wanted to read out of a book, Do Animals Go to Heaven?
Oh, that would be.
I thought, you know what, that would have been a cool perspective. You know, read what I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book called Heaven, or I was reading a book called Heaven. I've already read it, and in that book, this author talks about his experience and his biblical ideas. He tries to match the Bible with his readings. So he tries to give his unbiased opinion, his opinion on whether we're going to have pets in heaven or not. So I thought, you know what? I was going to probably get on stream, just read a chapter. And then if there was anyone who wanted to communicate, that's what I would do. I don't have the gift of gab like Molly Golightly or Life Perplexed, or I just can't.
Yeah.
And I don't have any hate. Huh?
I think that's a fantastic idea because
I think so.
I mean, especially that topic, because man, I can think of 100 questions off the top of my head about that. I mean, I kind of know
we
what
could banter back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could banter each other's ideas. I wouldn't know the answer necessarily, but we could have a debate back and forth on that topic. So yeah, I agree. And I just have to be creative and say, okay, so next week will be about dogs, and what's going to be the week after, or however much I decide to go online, go live. So yeah. Anyway, it's about being consistent. So that's what I have to do is stay consistent, and then more people will want to come instead of 9 people. Yeah. 7 of them lurking and 2 of them participating.
Yeah, and that's what I think would be fantastic, because if you start going on a consistent basis where other people could state their opinion on whatever the topic may be. I mean, just for example, I don't know I think it was The Truth yesterday had kind of that, she kind of posed a question: should children be in prison? You know, if they do something, should they be
What type
sentenced
of punishment?
yeah, like a lifetime of punishment? And I thought, man, that was such a good debate, because I get conflicted myself. I really believe in, you know, our judicial system somewhat. And
No,
yeah,
I
I'm
agree
from
with
Texas,
you.
you know?
Yeah, Texas. I mean, you guys want to be your own country. Let's just leave it at that.
We do. Look, and when stuff gets real crazy, we're like, we're going to kick Austin out into California, and we're going to close down.
Right. I mean, you guys are very brazen when it comes to, I want to be my own country. Well, okay.
Yeah,
No, but
we throw that out there quite often. Like, you know, like I heard somebody say one day that we were going to build a wall around
just
Texas,
around
and we're
Texas.
yeah, and we're going to have the Mexicans do it, because, you know, they're in our state. We love them, and they're hard workers, and why not? They know how to build a wall.
Right, but you're not trying to keep them out. You want them to stay in. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like Trump, but not.
But not. Yeah, like
but not.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Carla Ray. Thank you so much, friend. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was a funny joke, but no,
that is a funny joke. Well, I'll be honest. My husband is from Oaxaca, Mexico, and he we had to go through immigration. Look, I've been there through immigration. And that's what concerns me about all the stuff going on at the border, is they're letting them come in, but what are they going to do? Like, I just know how broken immigration is right now. Yep. They are like 5 years behind on the current people they have. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's hundreds still wanting to come through every single day. So
every single day. Yeah.
Yep. Every single day. So, I mean, it's not something that one administration is going to have to. It's going to have to be a collective. You know, we're going to have at least 3 presidents that are like-minded. Now, is that ever going to happen? No. But
no,
in a perfect world, we would need at least 3 presidents to think alike that would do what's needed, because it's going to need 15. What is it? 8, 16. We're going to at least need 4-term presidents to stay, to appreciate whatever they need to do. Instead, we have this going back and forth. Hi, Christina. Instead, we have this, well, I'm going to force it in law, but as soon as the president leaves because he lost, then the next president forces that law out. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's a game of chess. It's crazy.
It is.
Anyway.
I mean, we could go on that subject for 6 years and get nowhere.
Right. No, exactly. So it's a tough subject.
It's tough. I wouldn't look. Okay. My only line in the sand is I don't think babies should be in cages for any reason. No, and I don't care who's the president. I don't care what party's in control. I don't think babies should be in cages, period. And that's just, I don't think there's anybody that could ever change my mind.
No, I agree with you. And it's a broken system. Like you said, we can't just ship them back because that would cost us money to ship them back. And we can't make them go over the, what is it? The desert terrain to, sorry, go away. It's a broken system. I agree with you. It's a tough, I wouldn't be able to, I don't have the answer, right? But there are a million people a lot smarter than me that would have the answer. We just have to have a collective, the same amount of people collectively that want the same thing over a stream of 4 presidents. Yeah. It's just not going to happen.
It's just not going to happen. And who suffers for it? Those kids.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
And I guess I always think about my own grandchildren. I think about, especially my older, the one that's 8, what if he went to a foreign country, did not speak the language, and was put in a situation? I don't know. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But anyway,
sorry to go through pain. Stranger abuse. Thank you, Christine. Really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I don't take notes because I never think about, but you know what you did, Mama Cat? You're making me really think about, if I'm passionate about something small, I really need to take notes. So that way I can bring it to a live stream and just talk it out with myself if no one shows up. For example, I don't know what city this came from. And if I had done my homework, I would have wrote down the city. But what was it? We're talking about kids.
Yeah.
Some city or some state wrote a law that said kids will never have a chance to get out, ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I don't remember what state that was, but they said, and that would have been a perfect topic to talk about, right? If I had wrote down the state that I saw this in, and we would have had a great debate. But it was crazy to me that one state said, we're going to write it so that any child that gets convicted as an adult will never have a chance to get out of prison, ever. Yeah.
And I just don't. That is crazy, because I think it should go like basis by basis, because have you ever heard of the Eric Smith case?
I haven't, no.
Okay. Basically, long story short, he was 12 and he lured a very young, I think it was a 4-year-old child, into the woods. He strangled him and then crushed his head with a huge stone.
Was that around train tracks too?
I believe so. I think
I remember some of it, yeah.
But he is now in his 40s. He has been turned down. His parole has been turned down 10 times. Wow. But here's my question. What has he done in all these years being in prison that is making them
say no,
not allow him to parole? Like that's my question, because is he in trouble? Does he do things that would cause them to be hesitant about paroling him? Or is it the system that is messed up? I don't know. I don't have those answers.
Right. I agree with you. I mean, the crime that fits the a crime that fits the punishment. Yeah, I could see that. But a 12-year-old, when their brain isn't fully developed?
Yeah.
Is it fair to deny them after 40 years when they were only 12? I don't know. I don't have that. Hey, Carla, great to see you, friend. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I don't have any knowledge of that. Hey, Hearts of Zanny, thank you for coming in, saying hi for my birthday stream that I decided to do.
Friends.
No, but I'm with you there. I mean, we live in a crazy world, right? I mean, I've opened my eyes so much to a lot of things that I thought I used to believe in that I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Hi, Carl. Let's see. 3 dogs, a lab, pit. More people saying happy birthday to me on my phone, I guess. 3 dogs, a lab, a pit bull, and a Yorks. Oh, wow, Jax. That's a lot of dogs, my friend. Happy birthday. Thank you, Harder Zany. You're awesome. Thank you, Carla. Wow. You're sweet. Hey, thanks for what?
I think you have a fantastic idea, and I encourage you to run.
I will. I think it's a great idea too, because my stomach just wasn't right. I used to do Saturday morning streams picking on people who picked on fat people. I'm not going to be able to change that person's mind, right?
Yeah.
They're making money off of someone else's pain.
Yeah.
And me calling them out week after week after week, is just killing my stomach, right? Because it's just they're not going to change. Their zebras their stripes are permanent, and it's giving me a headache at the end of every stream that I do on Saturdays. So you're right. I think I just need to find something that I'm passionate about. And Mama
Yeah.
Cat, thank you very much, because if I see something that I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this on something on any time on YouTube, I may not even just do it Saturday. I might just fire a live, and whoever shows up, right? I mean,
I think you
there are-
should.
yeah, even if there are popular people who are already online, that's okay. They can come watch on a replay. So thank you. You just gave me a brilliant idea that if I'm passionate about something, if I want to remember what that city was, I should write that down because I want to discuss it.
Yeah, and
Because
start
it would have
writing
been
things
really
down
cool.
that you hear, and
Yeah.
do some investigation and
Yeah, I
stuff.
agree.
Let me answer stranger abuse.
Sure, of course, I'll be quiet.
It says, why are eggs in the U.S. white as to brown? Love the chicken chatter. Fascinating. Well, I think they do it because there are certain chicken breeds that are more dominant layers and grow faster. And one of them is called the white leghorn, which is usually the kind of egg you're getting in the store. So I'm assuming that's the reason. It seems now the stores are starting to have more brown egg options, but that's why. I think because white leghorns, they grow up pretty quickly and start laying pretty quickly. So you're looking at cost versus how quickly they're going to start making you money. And I think that's why. And what's it? She asked, and yes, most chickens have the ability to lay an egg a day. Not all chicken breeds do. But like white leghorns, they usually lay an egg every day. As long as they have they're healthy, they're happy, and they're not stressed, and they get the proper amount of light.
I think you also gave me another idea. I should do some research to see if there is a farmer's market out there that would sell me a dozen eggs or so a week.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy from the store. I like that idea too. Because you said once you do this, you'll never go back.
Exactly. Really cool. Yeah, it's true. Like, my husband, I always tell him he's like a crack dealer on the corner selling eggs because he has a lot of, he's a master electrician. So he's on job sites and stuff. So he'll just stroll out there and give them the first dozen free and then turn around and charge them the next time. Yeah. And then he charges them for a delivery fee too. It's ridiculous. But I was like, you're like a crack dealer on these construction sites.
If people are paying for it, do it. I mean, this is, what do they call it? Capitalism.
Capitalism, and he's all about that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming up on panel. It sounded like you're trying to etch your way out. I am really blessed that you came up and chatted with me on my birthday, and I'm just here enjoying life and seeing who shows up. And as long as you're chitter chatter, I'll be here. All right.
I'll get down so someone else can come and visit with you. But I so enjoyed it, Mr. Positive, and happy birthday. I'm so glad I got to be in here with you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And I got to learn a lot about you. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Christina, yeah, you're right. I should probably find somebody. I just have to do some research. I live in the middle of a city, so I don't know if I would or not. It's all about research and doing what I can. But you're right. I should be able to find somebody who's selling eggs that I can buy from. 2 pound 25 pence for 12 at a supermarket. That's pretty spendy. That's for sure. I mean, I don't know. Is that spendy for that area? 2 pound 25 pence. I think that's pent, right? I don't know. I'm assuming. Fresh eggs would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. I should start doing that. I think you should be able to. Yeah. Thank you, Mama Cat. I don't think my dog would tolerate chickens, though. Yeah, I guess Mama Cat's dog, she's really protective of her chickens, which is really cool. I like that. My stepdaughter has chickens. That's cool. Does she sell her eggs, Carla, or does she just give them away, or does she not have enough chickens to worry about it, or? You can get some cheaper. Yeah, I figured so. The Heart of Zany. I know I can get at the supermarket right now really cheap eggs, but again, they're not fresh. They're not eaten off the ground, so to say. They're in a assembly line. So yeah, I agree. I didn't catch the name of your guest, Mama Cat, Jack. Mama Cat was my panel guest. Anyone else is welcome to come up. The stream is in the pinned comment up on top. If you want to come up and say happy birthday or not, or just chit chat, gives them away. Oh, okay. So she gives them away, Carla. That's cool. She has about 10 chickens that she gives them away. So they must not lay a lot of eggs, or she just gives them away for free. That's a lot of eggs you can probably get. Mama Cat, I think, said $40 per dozen. You can make good money doing that if you wanted, or she could. Pyrenees that guards my chickens. Oh yes, talking about her precious dog. You pay for free range more. Yeah, you do. Is Lovers Inc. cock-a-doodle-doo hen a male? Then please, does he have several lady acquaintances, so to speak, lady chicken friends with stranger abuse? I don't know about Lovers Inc. Rooster situation. I have never asked. I'm too busy in there modding for her to worry about the normal chit chat. When she blessed me to be a mod, I was like, all right, time to get to work instead of just chit chatting. And I've had a blast modding for her ever since. So I don't know much about her surroundings. I just listen to her note takes that she does. He has chickens, and free range chickens are the best. Yep, I agree. They accumulate. Yeah, they do. Oh, that's good. Those are fertilized eggs that are $45 a dozen for hatching. Oh, okay. Mama Cat, that makes sense. So I was wrong. I was misquoting. She doesn't just sell them at that price to eat. At that price, you are raising the chickens. So I misspoke. Mama Cat is correct. She only does $45 a dozen for people who want to raise chickens. And there are different chickens. I didn't know that. I am so dumb. You can have show chickens. I'm so going to look this up after this stream just because I am so curious. That's really cool. My lab is maniac or manic. He chases everything for play. Yeah, probably wouldn't be good for a chicken then. He probably would accidentally eat it if he tried to chomp on it to play. That's for sure. They don't need a male. Yes, Carla, that's exactly what Mama Cat was telling me. Something I had no idea, that you can lay eggs to eat and they don't need a rooster for it. I was like, how is that possible? Because then my question is, what is that yellow yolk then? Because isn't that yellow? No, that would be silly. The little white is my assumption, right? I don't know. I'm going to have to get schooled on this. The little tiny white piece that's hanging off the yellow is probably what makes it a fertilized egg. Again, I have no idea. I should have asked Mama Cat. But you're right. They don't. I had no idea. Laying an egg without a rooster. I was like, what? No way. But apparently so. He might be good for chicken dog. For a chicken dog, yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome for hanging out with me. Thank you for being participating. I love that there's a few of you, at least a handful, saying hello. There's quite a bit more lurkers, but that's okay. Some of you may not even be able to chat, which is good by design, but it is what it is. I'm going to start putting videos on my channel to teach people about. Oh my gosh, Mama Cat, that would be amazing. You know what? You were telling me about content. I bet people would strove to your channel after a bit. You're going to get it. If you ever wanted to monetize your channel, that would probably be a fun way to get there. I have 633 people on my channel that are subbed to me. So I have 400 and some left to go to eat, but I have a lot more watchtowers to get through too. So I have a long way to go to be able to get monetized. The Royal Highlands Show, AG show in Edinburgh has a huge display of hens and roosters for show. Yeah, I was getting schooled by that with Mama Cat. Christina is here. I had no idea you could show chickens. I guess you could show anything, right? There's bulls that you can show. There's cows you can show that aren't just there for eating. Horses. You name it, you can get it done. I was like, wow. I had no idea. That's awesome, Jack. I would have never known that. Of course, I don't get out a lot because I don't drive. Well, I do drive, but I crashed my car about 2 years ago, and I wasn't able to save that money to buy a new car because I was in a bad place. So I haven't driven since. But yeah, since I can't get around, I don't get to have the pleasure of going to a lot of these places. 14 pounds, good Lord, who says? Someone said 14 pounds. They heavy. I have always refused to kill a turkey at Xmas just because stranger reviews. That's funny. No, I agree with you. I do love my chicken. I do love my turkey for Thanksgiving. But will I be the one that kills them? No. I won't even be the guy that cooks them because I can't physically do it with my back strength. I have really good upper body strength, but my back, yeah, no way. So I don't get to have turkey every year because I'm single and by myself. But yeah. But I do love my turkey. The best turkey out there is fried turkey. Very dangerous to cook, but very fun. My daughter will be showing sheep as a young handler this summer. Oh, that's awesome, Christina. How is your animals? You and I were talking earlier. You were struggling with them, or they weren't doing well? How are they doing? Or my brain is left field and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. That's awesome that your daughter is going to be showing sheep soon. Getting kids out into the world instead of behind a computer screen, playing video games and crap. Good on the parents that are able to do that. Absolutely agree with that 100%. I eat chicken, but I don't eat my chickens. That's very true, Mama Cat. You eat chickens, just not your own. See, I'm not a chicken eater. I used to be. Ooh, somebody wants to come online. I don't know who this is. It better not be a porner. Oh, they left. If you wanted to come back, let me know, and I'll try to make sure that you're not a porner. But you're welcome to come up on panel if you want, if you're good. We used to raise turkeys for Christmas dinner. We raised 600 every year, slaughtered them and make them oven ready even delivered most of them 2 weeks before Christmas. We were flat open. Wow, Christina, that's really cool to feed the homeless or families in need. Perfect. I love that about that. I love that about you. And if that's what you did, if that's what you do every year, that's really cool. So a chicken can lay egg without fraternizing. Is that what you mean? I don't know what that word is. That a school is such a good experience for her. I want my grandson to get into showing. That's amazing, Mama Cat. I so hope that you continue to do that with your children. Again, any parent that is able, and I'm not saying every parent might be able. I could have a debate that I believe every parent can, but I'm going to err on the side of if a parent can, all children should be away from the computer screen for at least half of the day, especially in the summertime. That's just my debate. I don't know who. It doesn't look like you're appointing, so let's see.
Yeah.
Hello?
All right. Something's wrong with my audio now.
How you doing, Andy?
Hello,
can you hear me? I can hear you.
Hold on.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I'm
me?
not hearing anything.
Andy, can you hear me? Hello. Hi, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Testing 1, 2.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can now. I was having some trouble with my audio. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't be sorry. You're cool. I saw half your camera wigging out.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I did that a little bit yesterday. I need to figure out what's going on. If I got a bad connection or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe your camera's pulled out halfway. I don't know, but that's why I didn't pull you up right away. I was like,
oh, yeah, well, I jumped down the first time as soon as I saw it doing that. Yeah. I'm just not sure what's going on with it. But anyway, yeah, we have chickens. We used to have a whole bunch of them, and then they changed the rules in Indianapolis, and it wasn't supposed to be retroactive, but they made it retroactive anyway, and we ended up having to get rid of some turkeys and a bunch of our chickens, but we still have about a dozen or so.
Now, what do you mean they changed the rules? You're not allowed to own chickens anymore?
You're only allowed to have a maximum of 12, and one of those can be a rooster, and no turkeys. Okay. No turkeys allowed anymore.
Now, is that in the city or?
Yeah, in the city. And the important thing about the turkeys was they kept the hawks away.
Right.
Our dogs do a pretty decent job of that, but they're indoors as much as they're outdoors, so we have to kind of restrict our chickens' time out in the pen area. We've done some other things to help make it harder for hawks to get to them, but all of our neighbors have lost that have chickens have lost chickens to hawks, but we never did, and we had them for years because our hawks are afraid of the turkeys.
Oh, wow, okay. Well,
turkeys
that's a good thing, right?
They're a lot bigger.
Yeah, and the hawk, and that's good because the hawk could really probably kill them. But if they're afraid of them, they won't come near. That's really
the hawks that we have. They're the red-tailed hawks. They're smaller. they're really they go after chickens a lot, but the turkeys, especially the tom. We had two hens and a tom, and the tom he'll take out a hawk. They don't want to mess with them.
Right. Now, do you just have them to have eggs, or do you sell them, or what do you do?
We used to sell when we had more chickens. We sold eggs, but we have them, for our own eggs. there's some of them are bantams, so we don't have, we've got basically enough eggs for us. The bantams, they have little tiny eggs, so they're okay, but they're just, you have to have 3 or 4 of them in order to have to make the same as one regular size egg.
Can you see chat?
Yes.
Mama Cat asked you a question. I pinned it.
Yeah, we can't have geese where we are, and they're kind of messy anyway. Geese and ducks are kind of messy. I love duck eggs. I love goose eggs, but they're kind of messy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love our chickens. We have my wife got into them, and my daughter mostly. My son never did really care one way or the other. But we've got the Polish frizzles and Polish and naked necks, Turkin, some unusual, some different breeds of chickens. Some of the bantams they're really only good for show. Right. And then we've got some bigger ones for eggs, Australorps, and
do you sell your eggs per dozen for show or just to eat? Or
we just eat. Well, when we're selling them, we're selling them for eating, but we don't sell eggs anymore because we use them all. We do occasionally. We'll hatch. When we want new chickens, we hatch them, and then as they get to where they're not producing eggs anymore, then we eat them. We eat the chicken.
Right. That's really cool.
They all have names, and they all get eaten eventually. Okay,
so from someone who's limited like you are, I'm going to tease you. See this wheelchair? Has anyone ever told you that you could soup up that little machine that you're sitting on?
Well, it will go 15 miles per hour.
15?
Yes.
I can't get mine to go more than 6.
Yeah.
I'm jealous already.
It's called a Cruzin Cooler. You can look them up online. CruzinCooler.com. CRUZIN. Cruzin Cooler.
But they're 3 wheels. Is it safe to go 15 miles an hour on a 3-wheeler like that?
Well, you don't want to take sharp turns at 15 miles an hour.
I bet not. Holy crap, 15 miles an hour. Yeah, my chair cost me $23,000. So,
well, mine, it was $840 delivered, and you delivered complete $842 or something like that, and that was with delivery and everything.
And 15 miles an hour. I might get 50,
one. And you also can put a 24-pack. I don't drink alcohol, so a 24-pack of Coke or RC in there and an 8-pound bag of ice.
Oh, right in the front seat?
Yeah, right in the front. It's an actual cooler.
That's hilarious. I have to really squint to see what your chair looks like. But I thought that is really cool. 15 miles an hour. I want one. I want a wheelchair that goes 20, but nobody will ever. Nobody makes them that way.
Well, in Cruzin Cooler, they have these.
Jerry rig it.
They have also they've got gas powered ones. Of course, you can't take those inside, but they've got gas powered ones that'll go a lot faster. They'll go like 20 or 30 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But this electric one will go 15 miles per hour. And it's nice, and it'll, the battery lasts a lot longer than what they say it'll last.
Really,
good. And that's with me. I'm a pretty stout guy, pretty heavy guy, but he has a 300-pound weight capacity supposedly. My son, he's really tall, big, he looks like a football player. He's ridden it, and he's like 340 pounds and had no trouble with him.
So he's exceeding the limit, but it's still working well.
Yeah. I mean, he just runs for the fun of it, but yeah, he can go all day. He's big, strong, athletic guy, but yeah, me, I miss the leg, so it's kind of hard for me. Right. I need to have that for long distances.
Christina, you bet. I'm not so sure about the boy comment, but I definitely like being a racer.
So Mama Cat asked if it works in the grass, and yes, not as fast, but yes, I take it in the grass, dirt, wherever. It's got fat tires on it.
I love that you're here, Stranger Abuse. Thank you for being here. I try to be a good stream here. There's only a few people that can only be in here. Some of them are lurking probably because they can't type, which is fine because I've eliminated some of those choices, but that's okay. Can he drive through McDonald's?
I've never done that. I've never done that with on the cooler.
You've never the 15-mile-an-hour one. You've never done a
never
drive-through?
I've never taken it through the drive-through. I don't think it would work for a drive-through because it's basically you're a pedestrian when you're on that. It's ADA treats you just like if you're walking. So if you can walk, if it's a place you can walk, it's a place I can take that. Right.
Now, I will not go. I refuse to wear a flag on my wheelchair. Are you?
Oh, I don't wear a flag. No, I don't put a flag on there.
Because I don't know if the city streets are pissed off about that where you live, but I hate it. I will not I'm not going to be this dangly old wheelchair guy that has a flag just because I'm in a motorized wheelchair that only goes 6 miles an hour. So don't need a flag. Thank you very much. Now, on your end, maybe you do.
Yeah. There's no legal requirement to have a flag.
In your city, that's good.
It is and actually, if there's a city code that requires it, if you're using it as a wheelchair, as defined by the ADA, I don't think they can put that restriction on there.
Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but I tend to want to agree with you just in case.
Yeah, ADA is pretty clear that when this is treated as a wheelchair, some would try to classify this as another power-driven mobility device, but if you look at the advertisements for cruising coolers, it fits the definition, the ADA definition of a wheelchair. So it's designed to help somebody. It's designed to help somebody with a mobility issue to go to travel further distances.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, no. Mama Cat, I assume that if I were to take a 15-mile-an-hour travel down a side road, they probably would require me to have a flag like my friend Indy said, because you're not using it as a wheelchair, then you're just using it as a mobile device to get from A to B, right? So pirate flag, Christina, no. No pirate.
Don't have the patch.
T-Bori, how is I overheard? Sorry, Ins.
Oh, go ahead.
T-Bori, how is Chasing? I overheard. I wasn't a part of her last stream. Apparently, there's a sickness or an illness. Can you share that? Can you share a little bit about that? If not, don't worry about it. Just say thumbs up or thumbs down on how she's doing, and I'll leave it at that. I was hoping she'd be here to say hello, but if she's dealing with something heartbreaking, then I know she won't be here to say hi, T-Bori. But I'm honored that you're here. Thank you so much. T-Bori, yeah, and then T-Bori. I met T-Bori in another stream that I go to, really polite channel. The name of the lady's Chasing Truth. She's a really phenomenal channel. So she's finding out about her uncle now. Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know, T-Bori. My prayer, I don't know if you have a phone conversation with her. I don't know if you're that close to her or with her, but if you are, tell her I'm praying for her, please. Praying for her and her situation. Because I definitely believe in all that. You know that because, well, you just know that. It can't be tough to deal with what's going on in her family right now. But if you have a phone conversation with her, if you're that close to her, let her know that I'm thinking about her. Please. So where do I know you from there, Miss Indy, Mr. Indy?
Well,
is that what you want to be called, Indy?
That's what a lot of people call me. Some people call me Santa because of the beard, but Indy's fine. Yeah. I don't know. I came across your channel a while back, and there's some, I don't even remember what it was I saw. I liked it, and I subscribed, and I think this is one of the first lives I watched. I've like this I've watched because I'm typically busy when you're on. So, but I saw that you were live, and I'm gonna go check out your channel. And then you're talking about chickens, and cool.
Right, it happened to be about chickens today because of Mama Cat, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
the next time I go live, I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna read a chapter, and we're gonna talk about do animals go to heaven, and we're gonna have a perspective conversation about it. So
that's an interesting thing,
right? I'm a religious type of guy, so
so am I.
So I'm just going to have religious type stuff. So that's going to be my fun topic.
Yeah, that's interesting concept. And I'll try to. When are you going to do this? Because I'll try to tune in because that would be an interesting conversation.
Well, it's 1:00 right now in the afternoon. Saturday mornings, Christina. Most of the time, she has a different time zone, but she and I get together on Saturday mornings for sure to have a random conversation live like this. So Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. my time.
Okay, so that'd be 10 my time. Yeah.
And if you're good at what zones,
you're mountain. Yeah, you're mountain. I'm eastern. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it'll be 10 a.m. Eastern when I go live on Saturdays with you. Now, mine. I spoke with Mama Cat, and she's like, I just have to get out of the fear factor of no one wanting to be a part of my channel. This, that. I have a weird sense of thought that nobody wants to be a part of anything I do. Anyway, that aside, I'm going to try to start going live randomly. But I am going to be consistent 8 a.m. on Saturday to answer your question.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool if you showed up and were a part of the chat. Even if it was one or two of us in here until I start getting busy. Carla started with 2 people in her channel, and now she has about 40 that come to her channel every morning, and I love that about that. So if she can do it, I can do it.
I started a year ago with 1, and I've got 15 as of today. I've got 15,000.
You're at 15,000. Yeah. See, I started last year, my YouTube career, January of last year, not doing much except really small videos, but that just wasn't enough to catch on to people. So I'm still at 633 people that are subbed to me a year.
Not bad.
But that's
a lot of it has to do with genre. You know, what area are you in? Like in what I do, there's kind of a cap on it. I mean, I'm never going to have the 1 million followers or anything like that. But
Right, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. And Christina, and she's such a loyal follower. I mean, she's 7 hours ahead of me right now, so it's already nighttime. It's already nighttime for her, and she just enjoys wanting to see me succeed. And I was a channel about picking on other people who pick on fat people, but that just kept getting to me. It was like, that's a repetitive argument. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. And what good is that doing except making me sick at the end of my live stream? Nothing. So now I'm going to be passionate about certain things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to change it up. I'm excited.
Well, on my channel, I've got, you talked about kind of a religious or spiritual background, and I normally I put on my business card. I do cop watch type videos, and I'm not one of these people. A lot of people that do what I do are not Christians, and they get vulgar with police and try to antagonize. And I don't do that. It's just not my style. I don't cuss when I'm not doing this. I'm not going to cuss while I'm doing this. It's just not who I am. Right. But and I used to be in law enforcement, so I think there are good police officers, but there's also some that are not so good. And so Proverbs 31 verses 8 and 9, I'm going to use a more modern translation because I think it's just easier to understand.
Right.
Speak out for the one who cannot speak, for the rights of those who are doomed. Speak out, judge fairly, and defend the rights of the oppressed and needy people.
Right.
And that's what my channel, it's why I do what I do, and that's also,
awesome.
Why I spend time, pleading for the lives of the unborn, and, trying to find ways of helping moms, make the decision to keep their baby rather than kill their baby. And, those are people who can't speak.
Right. And that's your passion, right? And I love that.
Yeah.
I love it when people have a passion about conversation. And I thought my passion was to pick on people who were picking on people, but it just got tiring, got old, and it just was boring. So I think going to your channel might be interesting, to check it out. Some of your content I might be interested in. I would love to have a conversation on what the world is going through when it comes to police. I would love to hear at some point. I mean, probably not today, but I would love to hear your viewpoint on your idea. Is, are we giving too much hell to the police? Are we not? Should there be police reform? I mean, all sorts of things that I would enjoy being on panel with you, just discussing, because it's your passion and you lived it. You lived the life as a police officer. So,
I'll give you a very, very short answer, and that is I never call for the defunding of police.
Right, I wouldn't either.
but I do think that there needs to be some changes in the culture. I actually have a video that's put up recently. It's got 120-some thousand views, and it's called The Chauvin Effect, and it is basically a video where these three officers had arrested a woman who was mentally had some mental issues, and they ended up, she was handcuffed, and as they were standing her up from the curb, they pushed her back on her back, and one of the officers evidently got kicked, and he starts punching her in the face, and the other two officers pulled him off of her. And that's what's rare about that, is the idea that the other officers prevented this officer from continuing the bad thing. Most officers wouldn't have punched her in the face, but also most officers wouldn't have stopped him from punching her in the face. And that's...
Don't say what I just wrote to you in private chat.
Mm-hmm.
But are you referring to that? Because that's my city.
No, but that's a whole nother. This was out in California, but yeah, that's a whole nother issue. And that city has lots of problems. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a video showing a history of several incidents over the last year or two in that city.
Wow. Yeah, I know. It was crazy to know that. I mean, I'm already doxing myself if I continue to talk about it, but that police officer who went after somebody for a $12 mishap at Walmart.
Yeah.
And she didn't even have her groceries with her.
And she offered to pay.
Well, I don't know if she offered to pay, but she
did. She did.
Home. She kept saying, "Get me home. I need to go home. I need to go home," because she was suffering from what? Dementia.
Right. The guy at Walmart said she offered to pay.
Right. That is what's passionate to me, and I would love to have a conversation about that.
They also arrested a guy and injured him while arresting him because he had helped a guy who had spilled his motorcycle in a parking lot. He went over there and helped pick it up. When the police came there to quote unquote investigate the accident, they wanted this guy's information as a witness. He said, "Well, I didn't witness the accident. I just came over and helped." And the officer insisted on getting his information. He says, I'm not giving it to you. And so they arrested him There's no obligation for him to identify himself. And they arrested him and broke bones arresting him. And the city just settled a lawsuit with him. That was last year. They just recently settled a lawsuit with him. I could give you several stories from that city. There's a guy they tased in the parking lot at Target where they got called, and he was having some sort of an episode, and he was kind of walking away from the police officer, like, "Hey, I want to talk to you." So he starts walking to the police officer. "Don't come up on me or I'll tase you." And he pushes him away. So he starts walking. "No, I need to talk to you." And so every time he'd say, "I need to talk to you," the guy would come back toward the officer. And every time he'd come back toward the officer, finally he pushes him, and the guy kind of gets off balance and falls down and is barely conscious. And so then they arrest him. Like, wow, really? You arrest him because he fell down when you pushed him. It's absolutely, there's a lot of issues in that town. Hopefully they get, I think the chief is gone now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
I know they haven't read much into it.
Yeah, I know they asked for his resignation. The council that oversees that has asked for his resignation. I didn't see if he actually resigned yet, but anyway, hopefully
I don't know.
we get some new leadership from the top, and that'll help.
Right. I mean, I listen to a pretty strict radio station that, believe it or not, picks on both Democrats and Republicans. They're fair across the board, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Republicrats.
I call what do they call that? What are they called? The Young Turks is the place I listen to them, and it's amazing what you can learn from them. Now, is it one side of the coin? Sure, but I'm not going to listen to idiots that I don't want to listen to because I think they're just crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely here. I'm going to make you a mod for just a minute, so that way can you type something in the chat?
Sure.
And then post your channel, so that way I can. And then don't be upset if I take your mod away. But I definitely want you to post your channel.
Okay.
That way I can. I'm waiting for YouTube to see your. I can see it on StreamYard, but I have to.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Okay. Add moderator. Okay, so you're a mod now for a second. Add your channel because I'm quite interested to. You sound like a really decent gentleman, and I know. You had to have been a great cop, and you. What I hear this, I don't know why I'm struggling. What I'm liking about you is you're not all about blue, right? You know that there's plenty of blue that are bad,
right?
But there are also plenty of blue that are good.
Yeah, here's the way I would say it. There are not very many really bad police officers, but I would also say there's not very many really good police officers.
Right.
Most officers are not really bad or not really good. Here, a bad police officer is the police officer who will willingly infringe on your rights, do things that are wrong, that sort of thing. That's the bad officer. The good officer, this is what's rare, and I think just as rare as the bad officer, is he will stop that bad officer while he's doing it. For example,
he would have the guts to.
Right. In that video where the police officer started punching the woman in the face, those two officers were okay. They stopped him, but what they didn't do was arrest him. What they should have done was disarm him and handcuff him. If that was you or I that had punched somebody that was handcuffed behind their back, we would be in cuffs. And that officer should have been in cuffs. Instead, he got administrative leave, paid administrative leave while they investigated. No, he should have been charged criminally, not administratively, but criminally. What he did was a crime, a very serious one at that. That's a good officer will absolutely step in. I've got a video of from inside a jail where this guy was arrested for disorderly conduct, and they've got him handcuffed, and they're trying to move him. He's being a bit resistive, so they take him to the ground, and one of the officers standing there said, he bit my boot. So he hauled off and tried to do a field goal with this guy's head, kicked him so hard, it moved him a few feet. I mean, his whole body a few feet. That's how hard he kicked him in the head.
Damn.
They have charged him with a misdemeanor.
Fuck.
The guy was handcuffed, and everybody else was standing around, and nobody else intervened when that officer did that, when that deputy did that. He's a sergeant. Nobody else stopped it. They all just kind of looked around like business as usual.
You know what videos I would praise if I could find them? I would praise and comment on watching a cop be stopped. Like if another partner saw the first cop doing something bad, I would comment on if this cop decided to intervene and pull him off. Say,
yeah, those are so hard to find. Those are so hard to find.
Because of the brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
It's a crazy system.
It's the thin blue line gang. And it's just like a gang. And the lot of people are afraid when a police officer is afraid to intervene there because their concern is if I step in, then they're going to not back me up when I need it.
Right.
Yeah. And
that's going to say, "Oh, you did that to me. Well, guess what? I'm not going to back you up now."
Yeah. So let me ask you a personal question. Why are you, and if you don't want to feel comfortable answering, that's fine, but why are you in the wheelchair?
Any question is a good question. Anyone who doesn't want to answer that is silly. I was born with a condition called spina bifida.
Oh, sure. I'm familiar with spina bifida.
Yep, born with a piece of my spine missing. Mine happens to be waist down. So I just, ever since I could be fit for a chair, I've always been in a chair. So.
Yeah, I've known a few people with spina bifida. I had a really good friend. He's passed away now, but he was able to just, for people who don't know, spinal bifida, it affects different people different ways depending on where in your spine it's affecting. And he was able to get around on crutches. He had very little movement in his legs. Had incredible upper body strength because he'd been this way his whole life. And, he could mostly move his legs with his hips, but that's it's hard.
I was able to do that when I was younger, but I lived in a group home. So the group home parents decided to give me a choice to go to exercise or not. Well, you don't give a child who's going through suffering a choice.
Of course, I know what you're going to choose.
because I chose that, now I can't walk.
Yeah.
Right? Because I chose the easy way out. Well, a child's going to. But that's just because I was in a wheelchair, or that's because I grew up in a group home. And they, in my sad situation, not really sad, but in my situation, I grew up with being taken care of for money instead of love or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So interesting. Well, sir, it's been an amazing. Did you post? I did make you a mod. Did you want to post your channel?
I think I did. Let me look and see. Let me
see it.
Yeah, let me.
I heard you. I saw you say hi, but I didn't see.
Here we go. I'll do it again just to make sure. There we go.
Okay, I have to wait for YouTube to see it.
Yeah.
And then I will add you to the channel because I'm definitely interested in.
Yeah, check my channel out. Yeah.
Definitely, I'm excited, and 15K. So maybe if I come by, you can help share me out. That's
absolutely. I do. I was planning on going out again today. On the weekends, I often do in the evenings, nighttime, do live stream Cop Watch where I monitor the scanner, and I show up on scenes and so on. And a lot of the officers know me. It's they're not bothered by it at all. They occasionally get one that is, but most of them are not. And it's kind of like watching live PD, only without the police department telling you what you can and can't show.
Right. That'll work.
But if you in those chats, I often will have people post their channels, or if I don't, if they're not a mod, I've got mods that post their channels. It's just and they're very, very generous with posting other people's channels. So yeah, I would be happy to do that. Happy to give you a shout out, and
No, that'd be great. That'd be great. I mean, I don't know how many come into your live, but hell, even 5 more would help me get to 1,000.
Yeah, Usually at any given time, I'll have 40 or 50 in there over a 3 to 5 hour live stream, but I'll have probably 400 to 800 unique viewers over the course of the live stream. And, most of my videos get, at this point, get over 1,000 views. I've got several that have tens of thousands, and a couple that have over 100,000 views.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll ask one of your mods to actually allow me to post my channel in the comment section then.
Yeah. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll just
done.
Yeah. Well, while the live is going on, I can ask that to be put in there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, I plan on going out tonight, but probably won't because I'm doing something with my wife for Mother's Day tonight. And
that's awesome.
And so I probably, and then I'm preaching early in the morning out of town. I've got to drive about an hour away in the morning to go preach. I'm part of a ministry called Truck Stop Ministries, and
that's awesome.
So preach at truck stops, and we have a little chapel service for them. And those guys, they don't, they can't pull that 80,000 pound rig into a church parking lot.
Right.
So
I definitely love that. I mean, I go to church every Sunday. Mm-hmm. So that's really amazing, and really, it's a powerful thing to be able to do. So looks like you got a couple of people from my stream that wanted to join your stream maybe once in a while.
Fantastic.
Christina said hi, or that she would. T. Bordy said she would.
Hit that notification bell so that way you know when.
I will.
Yeah, that notification bell is important because YouTube kind of shadow bans, some of these things, and so just I got to hit the notification bell to get notified. So, I wasn't even planning on posting my link up here. I just want to come up and talk about chickens, but thank you for that.
Well, no, I have to practice on how to engage and maybe switch the topic a little bit. So I did pretty good today, I assume.
You're great. I enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming up. I'm going to see if anyone else comes up, or if not, then I'll probably end the stream around 2, about 45 minutes from now.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to drop down. I got to go get a Mother's Day card from my mom.
Awesome. Well, have a great day.
Nothing like procrastination, right?
Yeah, that's right. A happy wife is a good wife, right?
Yeah. Well, I got my wife's card. I was going to get one for my mom.
Okay. You always have to make your mom happy.
That's right. Hey, much love, guys. Thank you so much for having me up, and enjoyed getting to talk with you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I'm glad you did.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was kind of cool. How long have we been on? 2 hours? Yeah. We have church at home every morning, and then on Sunday. That's awesome, Christina. If you're able to make a trip just for your church family, that's really cool. I really like that. And some kind of church every morning. I don't do church every morning, but I could. I don't, but I could do reading my Bible every single morning for a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I think we all could do something every single day, that's for sure, outside of just church on Sunday. I agree with that a whole lot. But if you go out to Texas, are you going to be able to have all your wonderful animals out there? Ooh, excuse me. That is awesome, Christina. Beautiful. I love that. Anytime you can get your children involved in something amazing, spiritual, awesome. Love it. You do your devotional journal daily. I don't like social gatherings too much. That's all right. Church is where your heart is, right? I mean, I don't know if that's cliche or what, but church is where your heart is. And so you could be at home, you could be at the park. Just like my friend Indy, he does church at a gas station or a truck stop, I think he said. So yeah, the church is where your heart is. I think that's amazing. You will leave the farm behind, but we want to buy land, so I'm sure we'll get something. That's true. I mean, if you're going to sell off your farm, then you'll probably get a good chunk of change to be able to buy land. And that's really cool. Ooh, I don't know why I'm suddenly tired. It's crazy. My dog is making quite weird noises. We will lease our farm. That's good. So you're going to keep your farm and lease the house, okay? But sell off the livestock and equipment. That way the new owners don't have to be responsible for it. That's probably a good idea. If it weren't for all the work that has to go into it, I agree to you, Ari. I think farming would be fun. I think it would be a blast. Well, thank you, Tibor. It was really amazing to see you. Sorry I missed Chasing's couple of lives. Just got her crazy busy. Please tell her that I'm thinking about her and her family and that I hope she has a wonderful day through the mess that she's going through. And I'm glad that you kept asking for me. That's really special. I do have an update on my chest. It doesn't hurt as much anymore. I'm still going to keep my doctor's appointment on the 12th, but my chest doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. So that's good news. Having a farm is super awesome, Tibori. I wasn't getting it. That's for sure. The older we get, the more tiring doing farm work can be very exhausting. Yeah, just like Tibori said. Get out of my head, Tibori. I'm just kidding. Ooh. Yeah, me too. Me too, Tibori. I hope that it's not as bad as I'm thinking. You always think worse than it really is, I've been told. So as long as I realize that, then life will still be good. Ollie is good. He's sleeping right now, sleeping right next to me. That's all he does, sleep all day. The good old life of a dog. But yeah, he's really cool. He's just sleeping and enjoying his lazy life. Him and I are probably going to go outside for a little bit after I get done here in a few minutes. Ugh. All right. Have a good one, Tibor. Thanks for stopping by. I'm about to shut down anyway myself. Had a really good visit. Thank you, Christine, for being here. Tibori. And anyone else who's just watching and listening quietly. Stranger Abuse, if you're still in here. Andy, if you're still in here, thank you. All right, Christina, it was good hanging out with you. I'm going to shut down my live here shortly anyway. Thank you very much for saying happy birthday to me. And I really appreciate you, Tibor. You and that Chasing family is a really good family. I really appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel. Christine, I know you're leaving. Tibori. You're out of here. Give my best to Chasing, as I said already 1,000 times already. But I really appreciate that and mean it. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day, okay? Bye now.